We're Trent Allie, and it's not hard to see that this is our first time building a house.
One of our 4 sweat fittings failed.
Did you break it?
I might have broke it.
But with a little help from our friends, we have a surprise to show you. We're making tons of progress. Subscribe and come along today.
Smaller amperage wire.
Are you an electrician?
I am actually.
Wow. Yeah. As we bring light into the house. Morning, guys. Do you see this right here? This is the face of a puppy who's exhausted and sleeping first thing in the morning because she was up all night long. We took her out to the bathroom probably 3 or 4 times, and she'd come back in her kennel and we'd turn the lights off and tell her it's okay, and she'd cry. Just the life of a puppy that we are slowly getting readjusted to. We've done this before with Frank a few years ago when he was a puppy. We know the drill. We know it doesn't last forever. But that first week of adjusting to sleeping through the night and being quiet all night long, I forgot how hard it is. On the bright side, Frank is an incredible dog. I'm just more and more amazed at how wonderfully kind and gentle he is with the puppy, and him and Lika have been getting along great, which is so cute to see. And honestly, I was really worried about him adjusting because he's been an only child for such a long time, but he's taken on this new role like a champ. So this morning we are getting a bunch done on the house. We're trying to wrap up electrical, which is kind of scary because that's the last big thing before our next big inspection. So while Trent and Brandon are getting some work done on the house, I'm gonna take these guys out for a little morning exercise. Good, sit. Ready? Let's go.
Thought you'd be the one for me. Won't you tell me how you feel?
Yeah, a little bit of leash walking. You're doing so good.
Dream with you until the morning. Everybody else have done it right. Coming out to see me.
Hello? Hello. Hello. So our first real training walk went really well. We took the leash, we had some treats, we encountered some people and some dogs. Lika's adjusting really nicely. The only thing she's super scared of is stairs, which doesn't make any sense because she's fully capable of coming up the stairs. What are you doing down there? Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Look. Yes, good girl. Good girl. It's a work in progress, but we'll get there. How's it going over here?
Having a nightmare of a day.
What? Why?
One of our 4 sweat fittings failed. It's leaking, so we had to cut it off, and now I've got to remove all the pecs from it and probably heat it up with the torch and try to separate it and clean it again and then re-sweat it. Just the stuff nightmares are made of, you know.
Basically what you're saying is we need to go back to the plumbing store?
No. These are the parts right here. The plumbing store doesn't even have these parts. These belong to the shower mixer.
You have extra pipe and fittings though.
Yeah, I think we have enough to make that happen again. I just have to cut this off and heat these up and separate them, and maybe it'll work. Hi, baby.
Well, Lika is still learning how to be a dog, and for now she's taking a little mid-morning nap. We'll do a little bit more stairs practice in the afternoon, but in the meantime, it seems like the plumbing nightmares are starting to end.
We've actually officially finished all of the plumbing now. I got the shower mixer in.
Heard
I got
this before.
all the valves. I got all the fittings sweated. We had the one that leaked, but I took it apart and heated it up and ground all the stuff off, put it back on, re-sweat it, installed it. Now it's not leaking. The shower valve is functioning perfectly. Now we're doing electrical, and we're running wire to the electrical boxes in the kitchen. Last time we saw you, I pulled some wire to 2 boxes, and then I just realized that I pulled that wire to the fridge, and the fridge has to have its own circuit, so that was wrong, so I had to pull that out, and we're just starting at square one again. Really just been trying to get a lot of work done, and I've been making a couple mistakes trying to wire up these outlet boxes, and really it's just like remembering what outlets go on what circuit, and it's just kind of the way we designed it. You could do it any way and I'm sure it would be fine, but I've made a couple mistakes, so we had to pull some of the wire out and redo it, which that's just kind of my MO, is make a couple mistakes, learn a couple lessons, and then do it right the second or 10th or 12th time. Depends on how many times you have to try. We got most of the outlets here wired up. They've got the wires in circuit. We got some of the bathroom wired up, a little junction box that's gonna have an outlet, and then there's gonna be a couple switches in here. Can lights have got the wires ran to them. Things are going really smooth right now. I've got probably 2 other outlets and maybe another switch box to do before we're gonna call it a day. Time's running out, so let's get to work. All right, I got those can lights wired up. I got the wire ran down to the switch box. I would say we got like 60% of the kitchen done. There's a lot of wiring that needs to go between all these can lights though, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. And that's something we're gonna have to do tomorrow. And I think that's probably when we'll see you guys. What's up guys, and good morning. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark has been a very long time partner and friend of the channel, and they have what is called a VPN, a virtual private network. That is something that actually encrypts your information coming in and going out, whether you're connected to your home Wi-Fi or whether you're connected to an unsecure network. It keeps everything safe. Any passwords, any bank account information, any critical data that you've got on your phone or on your computer or on your laptop is safe when you use Surfshark. Also, they have a great benefit where if you want to watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu from a different country, you can actually get a different library of movies and TV shows than you get in the United States. All you have to do is open up the app, select a different country that you're logging in from, and you get a new library. It's a really cool feature. Surfshark is really cheap for the service that they're giving you. If you guys want to try them out, I highly recommend it. If you click the link in our description, you get 83% off and 3 months for free. So thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna kick back for a few more minutes and then we're gonna go inside and get to work.
Hello.
Hey, pretty lady.
What's going on?
Oh, just running wires and doing cool stuff.
I brought you some helpers. I don't know how efficient they'll be.
They look like really good people.
They're really eager to help. So yesterday I cleaned up the entire upstairs, and that's been kind of like our training facility for Lika. A big, wide open, flat space that's completely clear of debris, where we can have treats, Frank can be separated from her, and we can really focus on some positive reinforcement training and building up good habits. It's been working out really well, but I'm really excited today to clean up the main floor and get this as puppy-proofed as possible also. What's the difference between the white and the yellow?
12 gauge, 14 gauge. It's just the amount of amperage that it can handle.
Cool.
12 gauge is required for a 20 amp breaker. 14 gauge is okay for a 15 amp breaker, and basically on this size of cable, the LEDs that are going to go in the can lights, you can run like 300 of them on one piece of cable, so you just use a smaller amperage wire.
Are you an electrician?
I am actually.
Wow. Yeah.
Let me,
Who taught you this?
I have this book, it's called Uglies. It's $15 and it tells you all of the cheat codes. You know, you guys used to play video games and you'd get like the code book and it would give you all the cheat codes. That's the cheat code to be an electrician. If you're an electrician, don't tear me apart in the comments.
Yeah. It is pretty fun watching Trent like learn this process, and the other night I did overhear him watching a YouTube video while I was like in the background doing something else, and it was talking about labeling both ends of the wire and how tedious that is, but how important it is in the long run. And look at this. Look
Dude,
at that.
if you don't do that,
You did it.
if you don't, you have to do that. It's
Yeah.
not even,
It's not an
it's
option.
not an option. So we're gonna get as much done as we can today. Tomorrow we have a special guest showing up. He's an electrician, and I'm doing as much as I can on my own, and then when he comes, he's gonna like tell me all the stuff I did wrong and then help instruct me on all the stuff to do from there on out. And hopefully we're gonna finish wiring the house tomorrow.
Did you break it?
I might have broke it.
It still like blows my mind how far we've come in just about a year. We broke ground, I'd say like last July, and now it's March. So it's been almost a year, which is pretty on track with what I thought.
I predicted it would take us like a year and a half to build the house in the garage, and we're probably on track for that.
In the meantime, I'm like helping to keep everything clean and organized, but it is really exciting knowing that soon, almost like tangibly soon, we could be living in the house.
What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me.
Hey guys, check it out. My first interior design. We have a storage closet.
Holy cow, look at that.
Putting on a show. What do I know?
How are you doing?
I have a revelation.
Oh no.
Who needs a kitchen? Let's just have 2 living rooms and eat on the floor.
Let's just eat out for every meal and have 4 couches. This is actually a lounge. This isn't our house.
Yeah.
I need to open my eyes and get a touch.
We could put a light in here.
Right now and turn it on
Well,
one day.
I would need a light receptacle and a switch and an outlet, but
And a bulb.
and a bulb.
Stop making promises.
Don't forget the bulb. This section right here with these outlets has power because the extension cord's connected. So we have like power to the water heater and the HRV and the recirculating pump.
Cool.
But I could potentially run a wire right there and like we could have a light switch down here so we don't have to work in the dark. I'm really sick of working in the dark. Well, I've been slaving away down in the dungeon, getting some receptacles wired up and some lights. Wow. Allie has done a bang up job. She got all this area cleaned. That's a big pile of all that needs to go in the garbage. That needs to go in Rusty, but she's got the chairs set up with the dog bed. Now that there's not a table and all these other things in here, it kind of helps you realize how big the kitchen is actually going to be. Because the cabinets would be pretty tight against the walls. And then we do have a big island, but it makes this space feel really large. Yeah, this pizza is a couple days old, and I'm eating it. And it still tastes really good. I'll let you know later if I get a stomachache from it, but we're feeling really accomplished. We got basically all of the wiring that we can do right now in the kitchen is done.
Nice.
I mean, I gotta put like wire nuts on everything and push it all into the boxes, but it's really coming along. Now, tomorrow, my electrician friend is gonna come and give us a hand, and hopefully we'll finish wiring the rest of the house and maybe get a bunch of the panel done. Who knows how long this is all gonna take and whether he wants to spend all day here or not. So we're gonna see how much we can get done tomorrow. Right now, Allie and I are heading off to investigate some business ventures that we'll let you guys know about later. But as for now, we're gonna see you in the morning.
And I cannot wait to get to know you, to help you ease the troubles on your mind, to walk by your side, holding your hand in mine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, puppies. I think we've hit a turning point where Frank is actually starting to really enjoy having a sister, which is great because She's not going anywhere. I've decided we're keeping her.
Lika has been really easy in some ways and kind of difficult in other ways. I'm sure, as you guys assume, she's a puppy. She's peeing everywhere. She's chewing on everything. She's barking. She's not sleeping through the night. And only like half of those things are true. She has not gone to the bathroom inside or even tried to go to the bathroom inside, not even once. She goes to the bathroom as soon as we take her out every single time. She's basically like already potty trained. She doesn't necessarily sleep through the night, but we've gotten her to where she only wakes up pretty much once in the middle of the night. We take her out, she goes to the bathroom, we put her back to bed, and she goes to sleep until the morning time. She's mildly chewing on things, mostly chew toys. Every once in a while we catch her chewing on some little fringy blankets or a bed or something like that, but she's being really well behaved. And every time we feed her in the morning and in the evening, we're using that as an opportunity to train her and give her a little bit of positive reinforcement for things that we like and behavior that we appreciate. She's really smart and she's doing really well.
However, today is not about the puppy. Today is about electrical and Trent's first big exam.
I wouldn't even say it's an exam. I mean, I've only done a couple things, and our friend is coming to check the couple things that I've done and then basically help me do the rest of the stuff. So for all you guys that are so concerned that I'm gonna burn the house down, or that you wouldn't walk inside a house that wasn't wired by a licensed electrician, don't worry, I'm not doing anything stupid.
Well, you are, but you're gonna get checked off by an electrician first.
It's my wife, everybody.
Good morning, guys.
How's it going?
Every time you come visit, there's a blizzard.
I know, what the heck?
I know.
So this is Tyrion and this is Shannon, and Tyrion is actually a licensed electrician, and he's gonna come and basically just kind of stand back and make sure that I don't cross any wires or wire anything incorrectly where I'm gonna burn the house down. I know a lot of you guys are worried about that, and he's here to prevent any problem. Did you guys tell him you're coming up here?
Yeah.
You should have not said anything, and then you would just show up at the show and you'd be like,
Oh! I was like, I don't really want to be filmed all that much. Like, you gotta at least do a cameo.
So last time Tyrion and Shannon were up here, we had this whole conversation about puppies and dog breeds, and they were actually thinking about a Dutch Shepherd, which we had never heard about at the time. And we had been talking about puppies for months and months, and they kind of like sparked something in our minds, like, oh, a Dutch Shepherd, what is that? And that's really when we started doing a lot more research into puppies. And you guys, we have a surprise to show you.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
We got you a puppy!
This is mine now.
Yes. Come here.
You do realize you're never getting her back.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now it's definitely sealed.
Yep. She's marked me.
So this is Lika.
Lika? I don't like it. Well, that's just not nice of you guys.
That's dangerous.
So next time we see them, I expect them to have a puppy as well.
Alright, so I've done a little bit of wiring so far, and last night I basically got it set up so that the furnace is hardwired in. This little 4-pack of outlets is wired into the same circuit as these outlets and this light switch, which...
Oh, it's our first light in the house! I haven't even seen this yet.
Nobody's seen this but me! And it works.
It looks really good. It makes a huge difference in here.
So I've ran all of these. They're
This
all
is cool.
labeled at the ends. And that's all I've gotten done.
All right, Tyrion, what do you think?
He says that's all he's gotten done. That's quite a lot of work.
Yeah?
Don't let him be so bashful.
I'm just stoked that this light actually turns on.
All right, so now that I've taken Tyrion on a tour of the things that I've completed thus far, I think he's kind of checked off on it, saying that it was done correctly.
That's
And,
huge. That's exciting.
well, he didn't look that closely, but we're assuming that it's done, right? And we've got pretty much the whole basement ran. We've got the kitchen is done except for like one switch circuit. And I think we're gonna move upstairs and start wiring upstairs.
I set out on a road that I built with my own two hands. I met friends on the way, people chosen to make us.
Shannon and I ended up grabbing some lunch in town, bringing them back for everybody, and these guys are just so hard at work. It's unbelievable how fast a house can get electrified with an actual electrician. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Leaves turning yellow, I'm back where we first met. It is raining, but all I can see is the summer we spent.
All right, so we're getting to a point where we're hammering the staples to hold the Romex wire in, and when you get into these tiny little cavities between the studs and you try to hammer in the staples, it proves to be quite difficult, and the staples are made of recycled pop cans or something because they're like the most flimsy thing ever, so they just smash and bend, and that's just that. But as you can see, Medusa's head that's coming out of this switch box here is going to be dissected by moi and put in there and ready for rough-in. Taryn is gonna make sure that I'm doing it correctly, but yeah, here we go. Three-way to the sconces, three-way to the tread lights, three-way to the bedroom lights, a three-way to the fan. A lot of three-ways going on here. Also, is this box shallower than that box? This looks like a baby box. Am I gonna fit everything in here?
I think so.
Can do 30 14 gauge wires. So I think there's like 22, so that's really gonna be a test of your skilled craftsmanship, which I basically have none of, so.
Taryn's just laughing.
I'm not doing a good job, huh?
Out in stormy weather, I might have the blues.
See, I have this problem that when I do electrical mostly, that I get like frantic while I'm doing it, and I like feel like if I just do it fast, that like it will be better or something. So instead of just like taking my time and like letting it happen, I'm like, and I like rush through it. I do it even when no one's watching, so.
I'm dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to
Shannon's down here on dog babysitting duty.
On dog babysitting. This is really tough.
when rain stops hitting down. Yeah. On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm
They're travelers just like us, Trent.
These are a different kind of traveler, honey. They ain't going nowhere. Kind of like us during COVID.
Or during your house build.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Taryn.
You're just giving him fuel to buy more tools.
That's right.
No, I guess we'll have to go to Home Depot today.
Yeah, right.
We were having that discussion while we were at Home Depot. We're like, that was fast. It's nice not having the guys with
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
There's no tool aisle stuff.
There's no browsing. We're just in and out in like 5
Just
minutes.
What do we need? This one, 4K.
When I go to Home Depot, I go to like see if there's anything I need to buy, not because I need to buy something.
What is this called? What he's doing?
HR shoving stuff.
It's called makeup. Rough makeup, but yes.
Rough makeup.
Different than your makeup.
Oh, I see.
After he's done with this, he's gonna try your makeup.
Yeah, you better.
I'm gonna do an electrical tutorial and then a makeup tutorial.
Those get way more views.
Stay tuned, yeah. All right, get in there. Bedroom fan, bedroom light, tread lights, sconce lights for the stairs. All the switches are, what's it called? Makeup? Rough in? They're roughed in.
You don't seem so confident.
I don't know the terms. half of a trade is like learning the terminology, I swear.
Yeah, it's true.
But with electricity, there's just a lot more going on. But I'm like, you know, pretty confident that I can pull that back out and remember where the wires go.
So that's what, a 3-gang light box? 4-gang light box?
4 gangs. We got the boxes roughed in for the switches down there. The switches, the boxes roughed in up here. Now I just have to do this like 700 more times throughout the house. And we'll be good to go.
I was on a plane to California. I had all the time I'd ever need. Did you even know I was looking for you? I think that I was hiding in between. How long did you wait for?
It's getting super dark in here, you guys. I feel like we like need a light.
Sun's going down.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's not?
Oh!
I feel like it's a, you know, I feel
No
like.
snow dancing.
Take the hook and just hang it up high.
Oh wow,
It
yeah.
just hangs upside down like that.
That's cool.
I got in a cab when I first got here. Take me to the only place I know. Listen to the people that I found here. If you ever see her, let me know. How long?
Our friends Tyrion and Shannon just left, and they left us with a lot of progress. They helped so much today. We made so much progress. We only have a little bit of wiring left to do, and then we got to do some little tidbits and mount the wires, and then we might be able to call for 4-way.
That's so exciting!
I mean, I guess we do have to do the panel and everything too, so that's also gonna take a month or something. but-
No. Thank you so much, Tyrion and Shannon, for coming up to help. Such a huge time saver, and they're just awesome people as well, so thank you.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, basically making huge leaps and bounds in the electrical department. It feels really good to be making progress. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!